foreigners like myself. Today I was asked to talk about sexual harassment, which is a major campaign focused by Nusway, but it's also an interest of mine. Elham and I organized sessions last week here on campus discussing sexual harassment. Within Nusway, there's a specific branch called the Adventures of Salwa, which focuses their campaign. And Salwa is the very cute young woman here portrayed in the cartoon. Got it? Okay. And you can find her on YouTube. You can see on the website where there's a very adorable young woman on her daily life, different facets of her activities where she encounters sexual harassment, which is defined as unwanted sexual advances. So whether walking on the Coronation Beirut, going to the movies, from university to her job, she encounters these experiences, and her response is to have her magical purse attack the attacker. And it's quite a good campaign. I feel like it's very virtual. What this shows the community is that these forms of sexual harassment can vary from taunts to staring to touching to intimidation, threats, public humiliation. They're very varied. What Nusway argues is that sexual harassment stems from manifestations of inequalities of power, so that there are some within the community, within society, who wield a great amount of power, usually men with a lot of money, with a certain economic or social background, and they wield their power over those who are disempowered. Women, minority groups, uneducated, who don't have access to university, different disempowered, and there's obviously levels to this. So what they argue is that those in power take advantage of that position and harass those who are disempowered. Now what happens is that because of the laws, the lack of laws, because of social customs, those who are disempowered often do not find support or ways to protest against this abuse. And so it perpetuates itself. So what Nusway is trying to do is to breach these inequalities of power through various campaigns. The Adventures of Salwa is probably the most noticeable one. You can go on YouTube and type in the Adventures of Salwa, and you can see that these video clips are 30 seconds long and greatly watched. Another campaign which they're just doing now, which is quite exciting, is they have a truck going around Beirut just basically saying that sexual harassment is wrong. And I think they're driving through Jamaicah tonight. So that should be good. Other campaigns that they do is they come visit universities, they give lectures and talks to raise awareness about sexual harassment. My favorite campaign, though, is called a Harassment. This is an international program, but there's one in Lebanon, and what you can do is if you feel empowered, you can post your story anonymously, or you can include your name about what happened, and this is very important in the healing process. But what also you do is that you use Google Maps, and you get to locate where your incident took place, where the harassment took place. And Nusway has traditionally been based around Beirut, although we've expanded recently in the north, so there's a chapter up here, and if you're interested, you can talk to me afterwards to join our chapter up here. But if we look at the Beirut map, the most fascinating thing is that the points at which the harassment takes place are everywhere. From Hamra to Ashrafia, these points are everywhere. And the stories reveal that harassment takes place, or the harassers are located on all ends of the social spectrum, from construction workers to taxi drivers to work colleagues to people at university. And so what this law does is not only does it encourage women to voice their incidences and hopefully continue with the healing process, but it shows how epidemic sexual harassment is in Lebanese society. It's epidemic around the world, but here in Lebanon, it cuts across the social divisions that divide us. Christian, Muslim, poor, rich. These are both the victims and the perpetrators of sexual harassment. And so what Nusui is trying to do is to say, let's overcome this problem. It's plaguing society. Let's work together, both men and women, to decrease these social inequalities and hopefully work together to allow women to contribute to a better society and to do so not in fear and without shame. So that's really all I want to say.